My name is Zana Agu. I'm co-founder and managing partner at Lex Law Office. Lex Law is a law firm based in Tallinn, Estonia, and Vilnius, Lithuania. And we help clients all over the world with legal matters, especially the projects from the fintech and crypto space. And today we're going to talk about the crypto regulation in Estonia. And as you may know, my presentation is not working. As you may know, Estonia was the first country in the EU who started to regulate the virtual assets in 2017. And we already had the legal term for the virtual assets since 2017. In 2020, we had the first amendments in the regulation. And our government said that we need to have additional requirements for the crypto companies because we had real Wild West in Estonia. It was regulated by the FOU around 3,000 companies with the license to provide the virtual currency services in Estonia and European Union. And in 2020, there was additional regulatory requirements in place, such as requirement to have a real office in Estonia, requirement to have an IML officer in Estonia, and of course, requirement to have the due diligence procedures in place. And in 2022, there was, let's say, second turn of the regulatory amendments, and I was a part of the roundtables with the Parliament and drafted the legal opinion on the last IML Act. And according to the last amendments, we have the quite high regulatory requirements similar to the upcoming MiCA, and I will introduce to you what we have for now, so you can have the understanding about regulatory requirements in Estonia at the moment. And as you may know, 2023, the MiCA was published, and we have 1 year for the Title II and Title III, and 18 months for other titles to adopt. So as I said, in 2022, March 2022, the last IML Act was introduced, and companies had 3 months to adapt to the new regulation. And the requirements were actually very high-level requirements, so it was a challenging time for the market players. And by the end of May, we had 347 companies in Estonia. By the 15th of June 2022, companies should provide the additional data and documents to the regulator. So you may see that 174 companies decided to proceed according to the new regulation. And if we check the regulatory regulated companies right now, then we have 85 regulated WASPs in Estonia at the moment with the active license to provide the services. You might heard a lot of information about the Estonia, that it was a crypto hub and the crypto projects are not welcome anymore. This is actually not true because serious projects with a strong IML are still welcome to Estonia, and you may see that new licenses were granted to the companies. In 2022, we had 6 new market players, and in 2023, 3 new licenses were granted to the companies. Important is to mention that there's 85 companies who are having the license according to the current regulation. Most of them are under review of the regulator, and only 10 companies get confirmed that, yes, you are compliant according to the amendments made in 2022. So what we have for now, since March 2022, it is possible to obtain for the crypto license in Estonia, and you will be the virtual asset service provider. That means that you will be a financial institution by the law, and you can apply for the several services. First of all, exchange service. This will give you an opportunity to provide fiat to crypto, crypto to crypto exchange. The next one is the wallet service. You can provide the custodian wallet services to the the client. Then crypto transfer service or crypto remittance services, the opportunity to send crypto from one wallet to another. And the fourth one, if you would like to provide the ICO or token offering or token sale, then you need to get a license as well. This is quite unique because other countries are requesting the license based on the token type or virtual asset type. In Estonia, it's not important according to the current regulation. In any case, you need to apply for the VASP license. And main changes that we had in 2022, you might see that there is a lot of new requirements and they are similar to the MiCA and even higher requirements, and I will introduce them one by one. The first one is auditing. The companies who will apply for the license need to have the external and internal auditor, and the auditors should be certified in Estonia, and you need to sign the agreements with the auditors before you apply for the license. Next is the capital requirements. It's depending on the business field that you decide to provide. It's 100K for the wallet, exchange and token sale, and 250K for the crypto remittance services. And important is to mention that all capital payments should be done in a monetary contribution, so it's not possible to pay capital in crypto. The next one is own fund requirements, similar to the traditional financial institution as payment institution, investments funds, e-money institution. Crypto companies in Estonia should have own funds, and this should be calculated based on the business field or business model. And there is two principles. For the wallet service providers and token offering, it will be 25% of the overhead cost from the previous financial year. And if you provide the exchange or wallet service, exchange or transfer services, you need to calculate the own funds based on the part volume scheme. The travel rule, very hot topic. The travel rule is applicable in Estonia since March 2022. You may ask me how you actually do it. We have one important aspect. If it is written in the law, if it is not possible to apply fully the travel rule, so identify both parties of the transaction, then as an option can be ongoing online transaction monitoring, so KYC applicable, and this will, according to the law, be compliant and be a fulfillment of the travel rule. And of course, it's important to mention that due diligence for the transaction should be applied from the scratch. Requirements for the directors and IML officers. As you may know, there is always a requirement to have the high-level management, and IML officer at the company. For the member of the board, the requirement is that member of the board is having at least 2 years experience in the IT management, engineering, or IT space, higher education. The member of the board can be related only with 2 VASPs. So if you have, for example, 5 crypto companies, you cannot be onboarded as a suitable board member by the FOU in Estonia. And of course, transparent background, which includes non-criminal records, no bankruptcies, no liquidations, and quite transparent background and relations with other companies and countries all around the world. IML officer should be an employee of the company. It should be a main working place for him. Also, the requirement for the education and experience and transparent background. In addition to a lot of IML documentation, when you submit the application for the crypto license in Estonia, you need to submit the IT tool description with the full description of the technology system that you plan to use. Also, company continuity plan, and also description of the KYT and KYC providers from the technology part, especially. And the business plan, this is very important. This is absolutely something new. You need to submit the business plan for 2 years. This should include the strategy, the growth strategy, marketing strategy, risk management strategy, the full description of your consumers, partners, and competitors. So which companies are ready for the MiCA and actually are welcome in Estonia? First of all, companies with a strong management, profitable, companies who are ready to be compliant with a high level of KYC processes, and of course, companies who are flexible, who are ready to adapt to the regulatory challenges that we will face in Europe for the upcoming years. And here is my checklist, how to comply and survive for WASPs. So what you need to keep in mind. First of all, you need to keep in mind that if you will be a WASP in Estonia, you will be a financial institution. That means that general financial institution regulation and principles will be applicable to you. You need to have the high-level KYC, AML, and KYC processes. You need to pay attention which kind of technology partners are you using, and they need to be with the high level. Member of the board background, you need to do your own due diligence check on the directors you appoint to the WASP management, because otherwise you will have the problems in the middle of the licensing process. Of course, you need to pay attention that periodic AML courses and training should be done for all employees who are involved with the onboarding and KYC processes. Then you need to pay attention on the good relations with the auditors and banks with whom you are working with. This can be created by providing the full explanation of the business model, of the funds flow, etc., etc. Also, you need to have the clear accounting, because after you will be a subject of the auditing. And you need to have in-house lawyers or outsourced lawyers or both together, because it is absolutely impossible to run the compliant legal entity in Estonia who is providing the cryptocurrency services without the lawyers. And of course, clear reporting procedure. You need to understand how you will report to the regulator the suspicion transaction, how you can easily extract the data to submit the relevant information to the regulator. And technical security is a must as well. And yesterday, Estonian FOU published a very interesting article with the guidances for the WASPs, and they pointed the 3 main problematic areas that they see from the practical perspective. And the first one was management and structure. For example, there was an information of the company who had a turnover per month around 2 million, and they had only 2 employees working in Estonia. And of course, it's understandable that with 2 employees, it is impossible to do onboarding with such volumes and such amount of the clients and be compliant. So high-level management is important. Core people should be located in Estonia. You need to have enough resources to actually prove to the regulator that you can be compliant. The next one is risk assessment and risk appetite. The regulator is saying that a lot of companies are having the missing information here. They are not updating on time the risk appetite and risk assessment. They are, for example, not taking into account the new products and new countries that they are trying to target, and do not update risk assessment in line with the business model of the company. And the third one was, of course, general compliance, verification processes, and onboarding of the new clients. Regulator is saying that there is still a lot to do for the companies to provide the better verification process and be more compliant for the future. And I would like to summarize my presentation that success is not an accident. It is a hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrificing, and most of all, love of what you are doing or trying to do. Thank you so much. If you will have additional questions, I will be ready to answer. Thank you.